What is going on, everybody? We are back for the Amazing Race 33 preview show. Joining me tonight is the one, the only, the man from Arizona, Calbert. How you doing, Calbert?
What's going on, everybody?
Goldberg joining us again. Second season. Goldberg, what's up?
Excuse me while I take a bow.
Boo! Boo!
Earned it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And this is going to be a little bit of a combo since we never got around to finishing the 32 finale. But tonight we're going to talk about it a little bit, wrap it up, and then we're going to do our Amazing Race 33 preview and predictions and draft. So let's start off with the 32 finale. Goldberg, take us back to that night when your team, Will and James, crossed the finish line to win it all.
I mean, it earned me an invite to their wedding, so it was quite a night. I can't really remember. I do remember watching it and thinking this can't be one of the more difficult final legs of a race.
Honestly, you thought it was difficult?
No, I thought it wasn't difficult.
Okay. One of the easiest ones, right?
Yeah.
It,
I mean, I haven't watched in a while, but I mean, it just didn't seem that tough.
right.
Wasn't that I recall the bead throwing or right?
Yes,
or something
the
with
beads. Yep.
And then the last of it was somewhat of a puzzle, I think, right?
Yeah, with the globe and the big ball.
Yeah,
you put it as long as you knew what the map looked like. I think that was pretty easy.
Probably the hardest thing was trying to find the baby.
Yes. That's where the separation happened. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, for Will and James, the hardest thing was eating the
that's
beignet.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
True.
I mean, I thought they were gonna blow it at that point, but yeah. I mean, I can't exactly say I was rooting for them, but I'm glad the team that I picked won.
Yeah, I had a little sour taste in my mouth from last season with that whole Reliance thing. Hopefully it's not as big as it was. I don't mind.
The ratings are gonna go down this season without Leo on the show.
He was just getting a big push too, and
a big push.
Calbert, what was your thoughts on the finale for 32?
Well, I mean, we talk about it generally during every season, even before the podcast. That it always comes down to the cab driver, and if you got a fast cab driver, that generally wins you the race, or at least it gives you a good chance to get the lead. And if you have a slow cab driver, which that happened in season 32 in the finale,
yes,
that cost them. So. Yep. I mean, yes, the puzzle is obviously always one of the more difficult parts, but that 9 times out of 10, you usually win. You either win or lose on the cab driver. Does the cab driver know where he's going in the city, and can he get there as quickly as possible? So, I mean, that's
the volleyball. Yeah, the volleyballers got a bad cab, and that really set them back. If they would have gotten, now they had a small window to tie, but they would have had to have had a perfect king cake. They would have had to find that baby like right away.
Right.
So pretty much that seemed to take the longest on that finale. And I mean, everything else was kind of, what'd you have? A little bungee jump part, and then you had the globe puzzle. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say, I thought that finale was kind of weak.
Yeah, and especially as fun of a city as New Orleans can be, like you could have thrown in some voodoo stuff, but or some Bourbon Street stuff. Like they didn't really do that.
Yeah, I mean they had the beads, but other than that, it was very weak. I mean, some of the best ones. I really enjoyed that San Francisco one where they were on that ship and they had to do that puzzle there. Thought that was a really good one. The drum set one was pretty tough in 31. So there's been some good ones in the past few seasons, except 32 I thought was just a little weak.
Volleyballers were pretty salty when they crossed the finish line.
Oh yeah, they were pissed. They were really pissed.
Well, and you think about that too. Like, you spend, weeks traveling across the country. I mean, I don't exactly know how long the filming completely takes to film, but you spend at least weeks for sure.
It's at least 2 weeks. Yeah, between 2 to 3.
And here you go. Congratulations, you finished second, which means you get absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Torrin. Thanks, we appreciate you and the world. You get second.
Yep. Unless you win some legs, and get some of those prizes.
True.
But yeah.
True. Yeah.
I'm sure they might have gotten a couple trips or something, but
yeah,
I mean, when you get that close, obviously you want to win big time. But overall, Goldberg, that was kind of your return season to the show. You seem pretty positive on Amazing Race 32. I mean, your team did win, so that probably helped.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed watching again, and it definitely, I mean, I enjoyed it enough that I'm looking forward to watching the next season. So, yeah, I kind of want to see a little more, I guess, fighting. I guess that's probably the wrong word.
Some more heat.
Yeah,
more drama.
Yeah, drama. There you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
and what about this whole thing with when they start the next leg and everybody's kind of back even? Like, is that something that's going to happen again?
I mean, it kind of depends on what your definition is. Is it going to be like really old Amazing Race where they just let everybody go whenever? No, it's not going to be like that. Are they going to let, the opening teams get like a half-hour head start? Sure. Though, I do remember, and Calvert, you probably remember this too. I think it was Amazing Race 27. Remember the green team had like a day?
Yep.
They were ahead of everybody by like a day. So I'm not sure. I think it just kind of depends on the season. So
I think it depends on where they're going too. Like what country they're in, because like we've seen it sometimes too, where like even a penalty, a 5-hour penalty can make all the difference, or a 4-hour penalty can make all the difference in the world too. So I think it just ultimately depends on where they're going in the world.
Yeah, it does. And the detours, those can really mess you up. Or not the detours. What's the one? Speed bumps.
Yeah.
Speed bumps can make the difference. We've seen some tough speed bumps. Generally, they're supposed to be easy, but not all the time. I remember Team Texas, season 27. They had to do that. Remember they had to wash those sheets in the ocean or whatever?
Yep.
That took forever, and they were pretty much doomed. So
right.
Yeah. So I think generally there's going to be an equalizer on every season. It just kind of depends on where it's going to be.
Well, and as we've seen, just because, which I know we haven't gotten to season 33 yet, but as we saw last year with season 32, just because you start off hot doesn't necessarily mean you're going to finish it hot. Like, there were parts where it looked like the volleyballers were going to win the entire thing. Like we were doing our podcast going, I don't know how somebody can beat them.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I mean, and I had the Ishwar Napana team, and they were not very good, but yet they still took 5th. They were able to find a way to just hang in there.
Right.
Right. But yeah. So I don't know. Overall, to me, season 32 had some really good moments in it. There was some good drama with Ishwar Napana and D'Angelo Williams, and who's the big oaf? Who's your team, Chris?
Gary
Gary Barnage.
Yep.
there was some good drama there when they found out that they were, detoured. So, or U-turned, I should say. So, but I really hated what was that called? What did they call their alliance? Because it was in the cavern or the cave or the Mine Five, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that. And I really hope, like, if we get an alliance, I'm okay with like maybe, 2 teams or something. But man, when it's 5 like that and they're just singling everybody out, or at least we could have had some like, some upsets at least to kind of knock one of those teams out. That would have been a little more exciting. But
well, yeah, and they kind of talked about like, going into the finale, it's every team for himself. Not really.
Right.
I mean, kinda, but not. There wasn't a whole lot of, I mean, the alliance was still kind of there,
Yes, and Chi and Hung, I mean, like they helped out D'Angelo and Gary quite a bit, and and obviously Gary and D'Angelo, they were the ones that were singled out in the whatever they call the penultimate leg or whatever they call that. But yeah, Goldberg. Any final thoughts on season 32?
Chi or Hung, whichever one was the woman, wasn't too high on D'Angelo and Gary at the end there.
Yeah.
She had enough of them mooching off of everybody.
Right. I think what would have been so cool though is if D'Angelo and Gary would have gotten that challenge, and then they would have made the final 3, and they would have just beat all those other 3 teams. I think that would have made it pretty interesting, but
they were so
that's
close.
Not what we got.
They were so close and didn't know it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, they had that one. They only needed was one more, and they would have gotten it. But that was season 32. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't one of my favorites. So
no, but sometimes that happens.
Yes, like, it does.
Not every season's going to be a knockout.
Right. Right. Well, hey, at least you're not driving for 7 hours and 4 blocks.
This is true.
In the city of Paris. So
right.
Oh gosh, that is
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that is funny. But anyways, we're here to talk about season 33. This season, what we know about it was stopped in the middle back in February.
Yep.
With the pandemic, and it's too bad. Like if they would have started in January, they would have finished it. We would have probably seen it earlier. But I'm glad we got a season 33. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I do know that the Amazing Race had its own plane for this one. So I don't think there's going to be much at airports, like as far as, what flight. I think they're all going to have the same flight. So there might be a little more equalizers in this season. But I would imagine they'll tear it out a little bit with time. So, all right, let's begin with the teams here. Goldberg, you still with us?
I'm ready to go.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is
go 2 for 2.
I swear to God, if you get the winner again.
My goal is to make sure that he doesn't go back to back. Can't have that.
Yes. Your goal is to make sure I don't go 2 out of 3 either.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
All right, I got a confession to make.
Sure.
I was friends with Will and James before the show, so they told me they were going to win.
There we go.
Now the truth comes out. See,
we went to high school together. And,
we knew it. We knew there was something shady going on. Anyways, all right. So let's meet the racers for season 33. So I'm not sure what to make of this cast, but there are definitely some interesting names on it. That's for sure. So first team we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet Sheridan Cook and Akbar Cook Sr. Akbar is a high school principal. Sheridan Cook is an educator in Havana, Florida. These two, I believe, played NCAA basketball, I believe. Sheridan is 44. Akbar is 45. These are married educators who are most excited to see new, beautiful places and people. Sheridan and Akbar. Calbert, what do you think of this team?
So I know we haven't gotten to the power rankings yet, but I wrote down two things other than that they're married and they're from New Jersey. So they're going to be arguing with each other. The one thing that I took away from their clip was I don't remember which one said it, but said a lot of people panic over finishing in the top 5, and Akbar and Sheridan said, we're going to kind of take this like a tortoise in the hare type deal. As long as we don't finish last. Well, that's not really going to work. I mean, I know that can help you in this, but you as we've seen, you got to finish at least in the top 5 or 6 to start off with. And if you're going to say, well, we're going to take this as like a tortoise and hare approach, they're 11th on my list. I know I haven't gotten there, but they're 11th on my list already just by saying that.
Whoa.
Just by saying that. Now, I could be completely wrong, and I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong again. But, yeah. And they're 45 and 44. Like, we've seen this, too, where generally the people that are older that run this race tend to struggle. Now, they seem to be in fairly good shape, but I think that they're going to bicker with each other, and that may end up costing them. So,
well, Goldberg, you got a lot to say here. You're a little higher on them. It sounds like.
No, I mean, I wasn't expecting the first team for Calvert to think they were going to come in last. I think it bodes well. I mean, I guess I'll be a little positive. I think it bodes well. They've been married 17 years, so maybe they know how to navigate problems. They're also educators, so maybe they're somewhat smarter than some of the other teams. But unfortunately, I don't have them. I don't have them very high up on my list either. I don't have them dead last, but I don't.
Wait a sec. Deja vu here. Deja vu. This sounds exactly like you're talking about the father-son team from last year. Frank and
mm-hmm.
No, I was really pulling for them.
I like them too. But yeah. They just kind of
I don't have them last, but we'll yeah, I don't know. What do you think, girls?
I am not very high on them. Yeah, I'm not so much concerned about their age as much as they're a married couple. And I saw their intro video. I mean, it sounds good, but you're right. I don't think you can take an approach of not trying to get first. I think, like, to win it all, you got to at least prove us early that you can take first. Mm-hmm. They seem like a team that is, they're going to be happy with a 7th place, finish on the first leg. And I just don't see that boding well.
So, see, what I heard was I was right. In both your guys, I heard I was right. You just don't have. That's fine.
For me,
that's fine.
For me, do you guys watch college basketball?
I do.
Yes.
You know, like when they get to March Madness and they're picking the teams, and you kind of get some teams on the bubble, and you ask yourself, do they pass the sight test?
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear that saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Just looking at this cast picture, Akbar and Sherry, they don't pass the sight test.
I rest my case.
I think there's probably maybe 3, maybe 4 teams that pass the sight test just by looking at them. And I guess that's very judgmental, but I don't. That's kind of how I picked Will and James, so I got to stick to that.
I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, and because there's 11 teams, like somebody's got to be last.
Right. I don't know if Hurls knows that he's muted, but
Hurls is just talking to the abyss.
Yeah. So they don't.
Yeah, they don't really pass the eye test to me.
That's what I meant. The eye test. Do you guys look? Do you guys also look at a picture like that and kind of judge them based on the cast picture?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they look a little like, I don't know, lethargic.
That's a good word.
Yeah, I just and they're backing it up by saying that they're okay with, going slower. But I just
that see, that to me, like, that would be that's I'm just happy to be here.
yes,
like that.
I feel like now I mean, look at Ishwarnapana, like that that might be their best case scenario, and they kind of were like that too. So I think you gotta at least prove that you can win a leg, and they seem like a team that'll be happy to finish 8th in the first leg. So I don't know, not huge on that.
What?
Oh, okay. Anyways, we'll go on to the next team. Spencer Stone and Anthony Sadler. Spencer Stone is 29. He's a public speaker. Anthony Sadler is also 29. He's a financial advisor. Meet Spencer and Anthony, childhood best friends who are most excited to experience new and different cultures, see how the rest of the world lives, and the unknown. So, little known fact about these guys. These guys were actually in a movie, but more importantly, they were the two that stopped the terrorist attack in France on the train.
Yep.
I don't know. Did you guys see that movie? It was directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I saw the preview for it. I did not see the movie all the way.
Okay.
And actually, they're also from Sacramento. So,
Correct.
They're my team to pick for that specific reason alone. I got them first on my list. If I go down, I go down with the ship. But you know what? At least they're not going to be afraid of anything. Like, nothing's going to intimidate them, I don't think.
Yes.
So I like them.
Yes, Calvert, I do too. As of right now, I'm still. You might want to hold on though. You might want to hold on because they were one of the teams I'm thinking because I got first pick.
Yeah, it's written in pencil. Sure. I got it written in pencil.
Okay. But the movie they were in was 1517 to Paris.
Yep.
Directed by Clint Eastwood. I saw the movie. Now, obviously, they're not actors, but it was still a really good movie. The fact that they stopped a terrorist attack, I mean, come on. They're not afraid of anything, that's for sure. And they already have some, traveling experience being in I believe they were both 2 out of the 3 guys, because there's 3 guys. And I know at least 2 of them were in the military. One was in the Air Force, and I don't remember the other one. Might have been in the Army or something, but I'm sure we'll know more about them. But Goldberg, you started off here.
They don't.
You're not that high on them. Wait, though. Before we start recording, Goldberg's not that high on them. So let's hear it.
They don't pass my eye test.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think the guy on the right just doesn't. He just doesn't look like he has it.
Okay. All right.
This guy won amazing race. He picked the right team, so there's got to be something to Goldberg's logic here.
Look, this is the week that these are the weeks that I generally pick a team. I ride them all the way through, and then they generally let me down either the first week or the second week. So I could very well be out of this thing very, very quickly by tonight. My team could be eliminated by tonight.
or is this a diversion so we don't pick them?
Maybe.
Could be.
I wouldn't put it past Goldberg to do something like that.
Sure.
But okay, you don't have them very high, and they don't pass the eye test. I would think they're right in the prime of their lives. I would think they'd be a top contender. But I don't know. We've seen some upsets, so seen some good teams go down early too.
And that's the thing too. Like we've seen it too, where 20-something-year-olds, either lifelong friends or brothers or sisters,
right,
Just because they're young doesn't mean they can't make mistakes. We've seen that before.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
So, I mean, I think right now they're 29, so they're kind of past that early 20 stage. But I don't know. I think they'd be a good, solid pick. But we will give our power rankings where we think all these teams are gonna go. So,
yep.
All right, team 3 looks like a dad and daughter team here. Aaron Kumar and Natalia Kumar. They are from Detroit, Michigan. Aaron Kumar is an operating partner. Natalia is a project design lead. A father-daughter team who are most excited to experience local customs, try new foods and drinks, and meet people that allow them to understand new perspectives. All right, so I start this one off here. I'm not very high on this team. I've seen some father-daughter teams do okay, usually like middle of the pack. And that's kind of where I think their ceiling is at best. I don't know. Usually the older one kind of, hurts them. I don't see it with this team. I think they could, maybe get lucky on a few legs, but other than that, I'm not putting this team too high. Calbert.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have them very high on my list. I mean, I had to put them down somewhere, but they're not very high. I mean, I agree. I think if they catch a break or two, maybe they finish, but I don't have them very high. I mean, I think it's cool that they're going to do it as a family. Like, that's a cool thing. But that's, yeah, I could see, because it's father-daughter, I could see bickering too,
Correct. So. We've seen a father-daughter team I remember the last one was season 28?
28, yep.
Yeah, I remember the dad kind of slowed him down. An older dad like that, same type of team.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then we also saw Colin Sherry, which was the mother and son team from, I think, that same season.
Mm-hmm.
And they finished third, luckily. Or maybe even second they finished. I think they finished second or third. I can't remember, but they were a big-time upset, though, in my opinion. So, Goldberg, your thoughts on this team?
I'm actually not too as down on them as you guys are. I don't know. I think they look smart. I think they look like a smart couple. Well, not couple, but a couple of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Aaron, Natalia Kumar. If it was Harold and Kumar, I think I'd be more inclined to take them. So.
Well, if one of the tasks was finding a White Castle, they just had.
But actually, I don't know. I have them in my top 5. I'm not gonna say where yet, but I have them in my top 5.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
They do look smart, though. No, you don't think they look smart?
Calbert, do not be surprised if that's not Goldberg's pick. He knows
right.
You don't.
I actually had a different team for him, but I could.
Oh, all right.
Wait, maybe we should guess when we're done reviewing the teams who we think each of us is going to pick to win.
Okay,
that's fine. Well, that'll be our draft picks, right? For the most part.
I guess so. That's true.
I mean, there's a chance we could double, and then you would have to pick somebody different, or you could pick. I guess you could pick somebody who's been drafted ahead of you if that's really who you think's going to win it. But there's also a thing, though. There's a thing where there's a team that you're going to root for, and sometimes you pick the team. Sometimes you pick the team that you root for.
Once your team that you pick gets eliminated. Like my team got eliminated, but I don't want the volleyballers to. I'm going to use the volleyballers. I don't want the volleyballers to win. I don't want the scientists to win. Right.
Oh boy.
Just use those two as examples.
Right. All right. So going to the next team now. We're going to go with Carol and Ray. Carol Viewig and Ray Gant. Carol Viewig is 23 years old from Gothenburg, Sweden. She's a content creator. And Ray Gant, who's from Lakewood, New Jersey, He's also a content creator. I'm guessing they're like YouTubers of some sort, possibly content creator. I guess that could be Instagram or TikTok as well. Could be any of those. But they are a dating couple who are most excited to have new experiences and stay present, whatever the heck that means. Here's okay. Dating couples. This is this could work out and it could really fail depending on how good their relationship is. So I'm guessing she was born in Gothenburg, Sweden, but moved at a young age because generally they don't allow people from other countries to do the U.S. Amazing Race because there's Amazing Races pretty much in quite a few countries. So
Sure. Yeah, I wrote down for them that they were dating, and I put down, I think Caro is from L.A. So, and then Ray's from New Jersey.
And
Because I think,
that's you give your thoughts, Chris, or Calvert. You start it.
Yeah, you're right. Like, this could go really, really good, or as in like, I don't know how long they've been dating. It didn't say anything that I looked at, but like, it could end in a proposal at the end of the mat if they win the entire thing. We've seen that happen before.
Yes, we have.
Or it could end up on the side of the road and they both hate each other and they're looking for Ubers. And I'm going to go with the latter. Dating couples generally historically don't do very well with this. So I don't have them very high. But I took the living in the present as just like, enjoying the moment,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
type of deal. But
it's just the way it says stay present. At least this
Yeah.
is on the Facebook. This might not be them that said that.
Right.
It could be Facebook just doing it. But
right.
yeah, no, you're right. I guess. Goldberg, thoughts on this team?
They passed my sight test, but they don't pass my write-up test. I don't like the content creator thing. However, they apparently met each other on a show called Love Island. Anybody familiar with that?
I've heard of that.
Oh boy.
Where they finished in third place. So they have been on a game show and finished top as one of the top teams. So that may bode well for them.
Oh, Love Island. Yeah. Is that an HBO show? Or is that
sure.
On broadcast? Okay.
It might be on MTV or something like that. Maybe
something like that. Okay.
Or E? I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
See, once again, Amazing Race is making it hard for regular Joe Schmoes to get on the show because they keep picking people who have either had some sort of fame or, you know what I mean? So I know they're not the only, them and the two guys that were, the Stop the Terrorist Attack. I know they're not the only ones in this season that has a little bit of fame. So seems like we keep going around that. We're kind of going to that, if you got to do something like to have somewhat of a following, it almost seems. It's like they think they're going to get their fans to watch the show now. I guess it's probably true. Probably works sometimes, but still think they should go for more Joe Schmoes. But
yeah, I guess it depends on where they finish.
Yes, correct.
Like we've seen that too with like
I mean D'Angelo and Gary. I mean
D'Angelo would be yep. That's a good one.
I mean they were, I mean they it's like they're getting a lot of these people who already have somewhat sort of fame to them. I just don't know why they're not picking, regular people anymore. But I mean, maybe some of these teams are. I'm not gonna say they're not.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure Will and James obviously probably were, just regular two Joe Schmoes, but a lot of these teams though, they have stuff out there. All right. I'm just going to say this team, I don't really have high expectations for them. They're very young. Content creators don't really do much for me. I don't really think that's going to get you too far. So I think their window's kind of short. So I could be wrong. All right. Next team. We got Connie Grenier and Sam Grenier. Connie is 38. Sam is 39. Connie's hometown is from Newport News, Virginia. Sam's hometown is from Charlotte, North Carolina. Connie is a store manager, and Sam is a football coach and teacher. Married couple who are most excited to see new places and all of the beautiful creations around the world. Goldberg, you start this one with this team.
I can't get a good read on this couple because I feel like there's a reason they got cast because they just look so normal. There's got to be something going on that they got cast for this show. They just look like a normal couple. Like
they look like he looks like uber competitive, and if she doesn't live up to his expectations, he's just gonna cut her a new one. That's what I think this team is, and I could be right about. I mean, I think this is the opposite of Chi and Hung, where Chi had all the pants. I think this Sam guy, he's a football coach. He's gonna expect a lot. So
I think you're right.
That's what I'm going with. I'm kind of liking this team. They already kind of got a gimmick already. Anyways, go ahead, Goldberg.
No, that's it. I agree.
That's all you got for them?
Everything.
Okay.
No, yeah, I agree with everything you just said about them. I think he's going to be tough on her.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting out of this team. I can't tell. I mean, he's not. They're not. I don't know. I think they have potential to go far, but I don't think they're winner material, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I don't see it with this team. I think they are going to be like mid, possibly with a ceiling like 4. I could see them at like 4, finish 4th. But yeah, that's the kind of read I got on them. Calvert?
I mean, you guys are both right. Like, Sam could just turn to Connie and say, 2 days tomorrow. Have fun. This will be fun. We start at 5. I like this team too. I think they could be a top 3 team. I could see that. I think it helps that they're married, so they kind of know, what buttons to push. And I think maybe being a store manager helps. So you generally pay attention to detail a little bit more. And obviously, and being a football coach, I think that's you have nothing but to pay attention to details for that. So I like this team.
And another teacher too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next team here. We got Kim Holderness. She's 45 from Sarasota, Florida. She is also a content creator. Also, Penn Holderness, who's 47 from Durham, North Carolina. He's also a content creator. Internet personalities who are most excited to meet new people with new perspectives. I start this one here. I'm not really familiar with their content, but I did see their video, and seems like they got pretty popular off of this. Somehow I think this team is going to do better than I would expect them to. I don't know what it is, but I think they're going to do better than I expect because of their, they're a little on the older side, but I don't know, something about them. I don't know. So we'll see. Overall, I still, they're not in my top 3 though. I don't think they're going to be in my top 3, but they're going to be in the middle. That's all I really got on them. Calvert, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think because they're in their personalities, I have them kind of lower on my power ranking too. They could surprise me. I mean, they're the team that they could surprise you and win a leg, and then you go, how did they do that?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have them very high, and I mean, I bashed Akbar and Sheridan for being 45 and 44. I do think a little bit of age does play a factor into this, and being in the mid 40s. I mean, not that they can't win this thing. I just don't see it. I would be absolutely positively stunned if they won this entire thing. So naturally, Goldberg's going to pick them because
shit.
I just want to say before Goldberg gives his thoughts, this has got to be the most popular team because they have a lot of reactions to their photos. So these guys might be the most famous on this season. But yeah, Goldberg, go ahead.
I think that this guy's going to become a villain. I think he's going to treat his wife like shit on the show. I don't know why, but he gives me that vibe. His hair is he's got nice hair. I don't know, he just gives me a vibe that he's going to become the villain on this season, and he's gonna yell at her, "Come on, hurry the fuck up!" And just he gives me a bad vibe. However, Albert is correct. I do have them very high up.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that feel. I kind of get that a little bit, but don't be surprised if Goldberg picks them. Anyways, all right, next team. We got Marissa Lala Gonzalez. She's 37 from North Bergen, New Jersey. She's a radio personality. Also, there's Marianella Lulu Gonzalez, who's also 37 from North Bergen, New
Lulu
Jersey.
and Lala.
Correct. And they're twins.
And she's also a radio personality.
Yeah.
Twins and radio hosts who are most excited to experience the different cultures, meet new people, and take in gorgeous views. Calbert, you start this one.
That's nice. I mean, maybe because they're radio personalities, I have a little soft spot for them, but I don't think they're going to go very far. I got them at best kind of towards maybe the middle of the pack, but that's at best. Like, I mean, that's great. Cool. You're radio personalities. You're twins. You're from New Jersey. And
Albert, do you like any of these teams?
I do. But they could they in their clip they're like, oh well, we can use our twin powers to our advantage. So we'll see.
You know what? I should have watched these clips. It's quite an advantage to even
I only watched like 3 of them.
See them talk for 30 seconds. You can kind of tell who's kind of got the right idea and who doesn't.
Right. Goldberg, thoughts on this team?
I mean, Calvert kind of just ruined them for me because I actually like them.
Sorry.
I don't know. I was kind of high on them, and I'm not so sure since he watched the video.
Hey, you were the one that you did get it right last year. Like, clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. So, go ahead. Take them.
Beginner's luck.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I like them. I do like them. I don't know. They look smarter than your average twin team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like them.
All right. Moving on to the next team. We got Michael Norwood, who's 36 from Buffalo, New York. He's a police officer and bodybuilder. Then we got Armand Mo Badger, 42 from Buffalo, New York, who is also a police officer. Singing police officer. Okay, this is wrong. The Facebook post is not correct. It says singing police offers who are most excited about seeing beautiful scenery and meeting new people.
I love this.
Goldberg, you start this one.
Let me just look at the picture real quick. Give him the old eye test. I mean, I got a soft spot for them because they're police officers, so I will be rooting for them. But I probably have them mid to high. I don't know. They kind of look like we're going to get that end scene with them when they're eliminated where they're just really happy that they got to run this race together.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for this team. I want to put them higher.
Me too.
I want to put them higher. I want to put them in my top 3. I would love to, but I don't know. They're going to be that team that is just going to like try to bull rush everything, and they're going to miss like something. They're gonna miss like a clue, a small detail. You know, I want to, but like I said, I want to root for them. Yeah, I'm gonna say though, I'll put them like in my middle tier when we do our rankings, but I want to move them up, but I can't. Calbert.
Well, I have them fairly high, and I think the only reason why I have them fairly high is because I've been burned by teams that couldn't sing properly. So because the fact that they can sing, I actually think makes a difference for them. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that, in the event that if they have to do a singing challenge, they got that down because one of them can sing, or both of them can sing, but it might only take one. So I like this team. I have them fairly high.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I want to put them in my top 3. I just, for some reason, I can't. But anyways, next team, Raquel Moore. She's 31 from Chicago, Illinois. She's a flight attendant and real estate agent. And then we got Kayla Platt, who's 30, from Gulf Breeze, Florida. She's also a flight attendant. Flight attendants who are most excited to soak in the cultures, see new landscapes, enjoy the cuisine, meet new people, gain new perspectives, and be out of their comfort zones. So I start this one off. We've had flight attendants before. You would think they would do better, but the last time I think we had flight attendants, they were eliminated. I think first or second episode. So they haven't fared too well. Especially real estate agents. I know we've had a few of them too. I mean, they are young, which I think could help. I don't know. Man, I got to put somebody in the top 3, but
That's what I'm saying. None of these teams pass the eye test. Really.
I'm not really feeling this team. I don't know what it is. I'll just say anywhere from mid to high. And when we give our rankings, it's gonna be really tough. But Calbert, go ahead.
See, I mean, you're right. Because they're flight attendants, I have them fairly high up. Even though you're right, flight attendants don't do very well, and I think that's mostly because they don't actually leave the plane whenever wherever they're going. They generally stay on the plane unless they have a day off the following day. But I like this team. I think the fact that they're flight attendants actually helps them. So there, I'll ruin my car rankings a little bit. I have them in my top 5.
Wow. Goldberg.
I'm gonna say Raquel Moore. She passes the eye test. It has nothing to do with the race, but yeah. I don't have this team very high, but I hope they stick around. So get a little eye candy on the show. Doesn't hurt.
Oh, funny stuff. All right, moving on. Next team, we got Ryan Ferguson, who's 34 from Manhattan, New York, and he's a podcast host. And we have Dusty Harris, who's 38 from Columbia, Missouri, who's a B&B owner and sales coordinator. Best friends who are most excited to gain new experiences and immerse themselves into something different. I believe this is going to be Calbert. You start this one off.
I don't remember which one it is, but in the clip that I saw,
Ryan
was convicted of a crime that he did not commit, so he spent some time in jail. So they're actually best friends.
10 years.
Yeah, many years. Yep.
Wow.
10 years in jail for something he didn't do.
10 years.
It did not do, and that's actually what he spends most of the clip talking about. He says it at least 3 times. I spent time in jail for something I didn't do.
Wow.
So I have a sentimental pick for them. They're in my top 5. If my pick does not win, or the picks that I have a couple of them now in my head, this is my sentimental pick. I hope these two guys do really, really well for that reason alone. So that's what I got. So
Goldberg.
I think these guys passed the eye test. They got a good look, and based on Ryan having gone through what he went through, I think they're maybe, they're fighters and they'll do whatever it takes. So I have them pretty high up. I like them a lot.
Well, now that I know that, I think this team, I mean, I was going to put them pretty high. I think this is a top 3 team right here. So yeah, I like this team. I think, they do have a lot of potential. So there's a lot of good backstories to some of these teams in this season. That's for sure. Some like moments of triumph and, overcoming struggles and tribulations and whatnot. So kind of like that. All right, next team. And our last team is Isaiah Green Jones. He's 31 from Portland, Oregon. He's a licensed clinical social worker. And Taylor Green Jones, who's 23 from Fort Worth, Texas, who's a gatekeeping analyst. YouTube sensations who are most excited to broaden their perspectives of the world by learning about different cultures, music, and food. Now, what this short description doesn't say is if they are brothers. I would imagine.
No, they're married.
Oh.
From Portland, Oregon.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That everything else you said I have down to as my note. But yeah, and they're married. Yeah. So
okay. I believe that is Goldberg. You started off with this team.
Last.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
I had that as my I wrote on my notes app on December 10th. This is when I wrote my notes app. This is Goldberg's pick just because. But I have them. I don't have them last, but I have them kind of middle of the pack. I mean, it could ruin the marriage, just like with all the other married couples. But I don't have them winning it. I just think that something stupid's going to happen, and they're not going to read the clue right, and that'll cost them. So.
Well, I think this team could be. I don't know what to think. They are young. I mean, they do have a couple different skill sets. I got to see their video, but they're kind of like, I don't want to say they're a last place, but I don't think
you
they're.
You could say it. It's okay.
Nah, I don't think they're last. I don't think they're going to be last. But
you're not first or last. So.
I think they're middle, I guess. I'll say middle. I don't know. I like that they got youth on their side.
One of them.
So Goldberg, you're not keeping the trend, huh?
Hey, you know what? It'll never happen 2 seasons in a row.
Okay. All right.
I'm deleting that now as I speak.
From first, and then the exact opposite this season.
All right. So, all right. That's all 11 teams. So now it's time for our draft picks. I have first pick this season because I took last amongst the teams that we picked for last season. And wow, there's some good teams. There's some teams that I might be rooting for even with my pick.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you're picking who you think is going to win, or how are we doing this?
Well, a little bit of both.
Oh.
Team that I think will do good. No, this is the team who will be your pick throughout the whole season here.
Okay.
I am going to be picking I'm going Spencer Stone and Anthony Sadler. The team that Goldberg jobbed out.
Damn it.
Yep. I'm sorry, Chris. I had to.
Good pick.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of know what I'm getting with them a little bit at least. So we'll see, though. We shall see.
I just want to say for the record, I actually put down next to my note with this team, my pick unless Matt takes them first.
Well, hey, we were thinking alike there.
True.
Yep.
So luckily I had 2 other picks just in case. And I put down let me find them again.
Harold and Kumar.
I'm gonna go Connie and Sam with no confidence. I think it's just because they're married. So
you're going Connie and Sam. Okay.
I'm gonna go Connie and Sam.
I think they're an interesting duo.
Yeah. All right, here we go with the crazy off the wall pick, but somehow we'll end up winning the race.
Do I have to pick who I think is going to win the whole thing right now?
Well, I mean, not necessarily. Yeah. It depends on what you're going for.
Okay. I am going to pick not a team that I think is going to win the whole thing. Wow. Weirdly enough, I'm going to pick Kim and Penn Holderness.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I knew you'd pick them too. They've already been making some noise on social media too. So what's that telling you? I don't know where I saw that, but I think I saw Penn. He already made a post about it or something. Can't remember.
He's talking it up.
I don't know if that was on Facebook. I don't know if that was on.
If they lost, he wouldn't be talking it up so much,
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're doing.
For him.
But that's not always the case, though. I have seen some teams talk up and they didn't win it.
Are you sure, Goldberg?
About what?
About that. Is this the team that you're going to be rooting for? Because you said this. Go ahead.
No, not necessarily. I mean, no. I actually am rooting. I would actually like to see the cops, the singing cops, or maybe the hero guys, or the guy that wrongfully did some time. I'd like to see one of those teams win.
Okay.
I think Goldberg likes Penn's hair.
I mean, the guy's got the it factor. I mean,
they are the oldest team.
I hope I have that head of hair when I get to that age.
Yeah, that's true. He does got a nice
tremendous
head of hair.
Tremendous. She's not bad looking either. For
47. This is the oldest team, combined age.
I know I crapped on them, but they could.
They have the most likes and
yeah.
So they're
the most popular team.
Are we picking through all the teams?
Yeah. Now we're gonna do our power rankings. So this is gonna be tough. We have nothing to
wait
go
a minute. Then I should have picked who I thought was gonna win. I thought we were picking all the teams.
Well, we are picking, but that was your own team that you're picking to win.
Oh, well, I didn't want to spoil.
And then that's your team. It's like your team. You know what I mean? Like how you picked Will and James last year.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't rooting for them. I just thought they were going to win.
Well, you can still pick them.
You can still.
I mean, whoever you root for can still be your pick, or whoever you think is going to win, it can be your pick. So it doesn't matter how you want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I should be picking the team that I think is going to win the entire show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably. Then I have. Can I change Can I edit that?
Sure.
Lulu and Lala are my pick.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. What the frick is this? I call shenanigans on this. What makes you think they're gonna win?
They just look smart.
What did you find on the internet? That's what I want to know.
Nah, I didn't. I'm just honestly, literally looking at the cast photo, and I just think, first of all, not many of these teams look like they know what the hell they're doing. So it's not. I don't know. I think it's a crapshoot.
Right. I was just about to say that's the Amazing Race in a nutshell. Like,
But last season, I felt like Eastwar and Aparna looked like a
Mhm.
solid team. I thought Will and James looked like a solid team. The volleyballers looked like a solid team.
right.
D'Angelo and Gary looked like a solid. Nobody in this picture really looks like if I had to pick a favorite just from this picture, I would pick the two guys on the right. The guy who wrongfully did time.
Ryan.
I think
Ryan.
they're the two. Like, I think they're the best looking team. Do you guys?
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it.
I mean, they're
just
in
don't.
shape.
How the heck do you? I mean, they're radio personalities. No offense to them, but how do you get them as the winner? I guess I don't.
We can't argue with the champ. He's the champ for a reason. When his team gets eliminated, then we can make fun of him for making.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's this guy. He knows something we don't. That's all.
I
No,
know.
I don't.
Yeah. Unless he gets
I'm only
eliminated.
going off of 67 seconds on
Last.
YouTube of every team, man. That's all I'm going off of.
Yeah.
I think they look smart. I think their faces, I just think they look smart. And I think they're going to work well together.
He could be right, man. He really could.
Well, they could. That
He
means
could.
they'll probably be the bad guys of the season then.
Which, that'd be great.
Yep. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's do power rankings now. All right, let's start with 11. Calbert, give me your 11th place team to start it off. Who's getting eliminated first?
Akbar and Sheridan.
Okay. Akbar and Sheridan's getting eliminated first on your book.
Yep.
Goldberg, who's your 11th place team?
The married couple, Taylor Green Jones and Isaiah Green Jones.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I will say coming in, starting at number 11, I am going to go with Sheridan and Akbar as well, coming in at 11. I don't have high hopes for them.
No.
They just won the whole thing.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Now they're going to finish 10th, and I'm going to get that wrong. Go ahead.
Right. All right, Goldberg, who's your 10th place team here?
You guys are going to like this one. Anthony Sadler and Spencer Stone.
Wow.
Okay.
This is ultimate. Jeez. Okay.
I mean,
so you
what
got
is
them
going
at 10
on right now, though? Like, we're
pre-ranking, right?
Until we watch the first episode, we don't know shit about any of these people.
That's
true.
right.
Yeah, sure. All right, so 10th place, Goldberg's got my 10th. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go with Lala and Lulu. 10th place. That's what they look like right now. 10th place to me.
You're just trying to get me back.
You know what? I'm starting it off. I didn't have them very high, but yeah. Now that you put my team there at 10, I'm putting yours at 10. Calbert, who's your 10th place team?
I got Caro and Ray. I think it's just because they're dating, and I think they're going to fight a lot. So.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. All right, 9th.
I got Aaron and Natalie, just because they're father-daughter, and I think the father might actually cost them.
Okay. Goldberg, 9th place.
I hate to do it, but Raquel and Kayla.
Okay, the flight attendants. Okay,
But, right.
The hot one.
Yeah.
Sure.
The ratings just dropped like.
Coming in at number 9 for me, I am going to put Carol and Ray at 9.
Ooh. So you guys agree on 2 already?
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, yeah, I have Caro and Ray at 10, but still,
okay.
Right.
Yeah, still towards the bottom.
All right. I was the last to do 9, or correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll start it with 8. 8, I will go with Isaiah and Taylor. Calvert.
I'll go 8th, Kim and Penn.
Wow.
Somebody had to go there, so I just put them there. I think it's just because they're in personalities. So
Goldberg, your 8th place team.
Probably the team I'm rooting for, actually. One of the teams I'm rooting for, the Cops, Michael Norwood and Mo Badger.
Oh, okay. Calvert, 7.
7th, I have Lulu and Lala.
You'll regret it.
Sorry, Goldberg. I probably will. I'm looking at this list when I wrote this and going, I should just change everything. But that's what I've written down. Lulu and Lala at 7.
Goldberg.
I'm gonna go with Akbar and Sherry.
Akbar and Sherry. Okay. Oh,
They're
wow. You
happy
got
with
them
that.
early at 7. Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're happy with that finish.
Okay.
Yes, they would
Solid
be.
7. Yeah.
Yes.
Solid 7.
7th, I will go. Yeah, I'll go Aaron and Natalia. I'll go with them at 7. I mean, they look like a 7th place team for me. All right, so I'll start it here at 6. 6, unfortunately, I think the Cops, their trip ends. Michael and Armand. Calvert, you're 6th.
I have Taylor and Isaiah at 6th. I had to put them somewhere.
Sure.
That's where I had them.
Goldberg, you're 6th.
Caro and Ray.
Oh, okay. Calbert, your 5th place team.
5th, I have Ryan and Dusty. They're my sentimental pick. If my team doesn't win, I hope they do. So.
Mm-hmm. Goldberg, 5th place.
Ooh, I have a tough time with this one. Man, I like my top 5 a lot. I'm gonna go with the father and daughter, Aaron and Natalia.
Okay.
Okay. 5th place for me is going to be. Okay. I think. I'll say Raquel and Kayla go out at 5th. They made a lot further than I thought they'd make it, but I'll say they go out at 5.
Who?
All right.
Wait, who is that?
Raquel and Kayla, the flight attendant.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah, I got them at 5th.
Huh.
All right.
Calvert hasn't said them yet, has he?
I have not.
No.
So if you're sitting down, you might follow your chair because I have Raquel and Kayla at 4.
Yeah, and well, actually, no, I start at 4, but that's okay. You can give your 4. 4th. This is tough. I am gonna go. Just making sure I got all my teams in order here. Okay, 4th. Calvert. Sadly, I'm gonna go Sam and Connie here at 4th. That's who I got.
Fair enough.
I think they're a good team, but they look like 4th to me. Calvert, 4th place. You got who?
I have Raquel and Kayla at 4.
Okay.
I think I think they stay on for the ratings. So top 4, why not? Flight attendants.
And Goldberg, 4th.
I also have Connie and Sam in 4th.
Okay. Seems like a good spot for him. I don't know why. I hope for your sake, Calvert, you don't have two back-to-back 4th place finishes. That would suck.
And probably what's going to happen. We should just title this episode "Sure to Be Wrong." That's probably what's going to happen. I'm going to be sure to be wrong. That's how this always works.
Well, you remember my first my first Amazing Race that we did this on, I took 4th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Sure.
I think think I took fourth twice.
True.
Yeah, back to back. So I know what fourth place is all about. It sucks because you don't make the finale. So
Right.
All right. Calvert, you started off here with top three. Number three.
So top three, I have my third pick. I have Michael and Mo, which I also had a note down third choice if my other two picks were chosen. So I like this team. It wouldn't surprise me if they won it.
Goldberg. Three.
I have Penn and Teller.
Teller. That's what I was thinking. Oh, okay. Wow.
Penn and Kim.
Wow. I got Ryan and Dusty at 3 here. They look like a good, happy to be here, third place team. Goldberg.
I don't think they'll be happy with that. What are you talking about? They want to win it.
They got good pictures. They're happy. They're happy guys, especially for being behind bars.
True.
Calvert, did you? Oh yeah, you started it. So Goldberg, number 2. You start number 2.
Ryan and Dusty.
Okay.
Good pick. Good pick.
My number 2.
Good pick. You eliminated them 7 weeks ago.
That's true. Go ahead.
Penn and Kim. I got them at 2.
I like it.
Now that
I
think
like
about
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
They're going further.
No.
They're going further than I originally thought. I thought they were like a
True.
4 or a 5, but yeah, they're going to number 2.
I like it.
Goldberg or Calvert, you're number 2.
I got Connie and Sam finishing second, which means I'm just going to be the first loser. So, yay for me.
Oh wow, Connie and Sam. Okay, wow.
So you both picked the same team to win.
Yes, technically, yes.
Technically, yep.
And then your pick is Lala and Lulu. Where he gets this from, folks, we will not know.
I can't reveal my sources after the season.
How very diplomatic of you.
I'm sorry. Spencer Stone is going to be the reason that they don't advance very far. It just doesn't have the look, man.
Okay. All right.
Well, Goldberg, you're not very high on this cast.
Not looks wise, but hey, who knows? The cops look like they maybe ready to kick some ass. I want to see Sam from Connie and Sam. Let me see Sam get slick with the cops.
So, what about Lala and Lulu made you want to vote for them? Just curious.
I think they're going to work well together as a team, and they look like. So to me, there's like smart girls, and then there's just girls on the show, and they look like smart girls to me. I just everybody else just looks like a girl on the show. Like last season, you had the other twins, the blondes.
Yeah,
they didn't look. These girls just look like they're gonna know how to play the game, and they're gonna know how to get what they want and get it done. I think they got it.
That's what I'm getting out of Raquel and Kayla, but I only got them at 5th.
I see. They just look like girls to me.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, we've seen it where just because I'm thinking of like the Cowboys as an example. Remember Hurls, the Cowboys? Like,
don't spoil that season. I'm actually watching that season right now.
Yeah, they look like regular dudes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and they wore their Wranglers, and I know that was an interesting team, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, let me ask you guys one question. Who do you think could possibly sneak further than? I mean, I know we just did our power rankings, but like I guess your underdog team that maybe you have in one of the last 3 or 4 spots that like maybe they can take a jump.
Well, for me, I mean, I guess for me, I would probably say Aaron and Natalia. I could, I mean, because
I
they're
like
the
that.
father-daughter,
But they look
they have
smart. Man.
potential.
They look.
Yeah, they
They
do.
look really
They do.
smart.
They do. But I don't know. 56 years old is a little old.
Yeah, but
I'm
he's
glad
in
he
good
gets
shape.
to do
Looks like
this.
he's in.
Because that's
He's in good-
well, see, here would be my logic for that. This is why I generally don't like the older people on the race, and I know that's ageism. I look forward to your comments. In the event that they have to leg out a race to the Met, which we saw last year, right? It's down to
He's in good shape. Oh, that guy. He's not
He
in
is.
bad shape.
He
He's
is.
sick.
I
Why don't
just
you pick up Goldberg? Why didn't you pick
You know
him?
what? I kind of do like them a lot. I really do like them a lot.
I think what I'd have.
I
them
think
at
they're going to
7 or
be. I
8,
think they're going
they
to
have
finish.
potential.
I think they're a team that could finish first in one of the first, maybe two or the first few legs.
I could see that. Yeah, that's a possible. That's a possibility.
So this starts January 5th. What? Do
My
we have a
birthday is
time
the
yet?
next day.
Let's see. Do we have a time?
I
It
believe
just
it's
says Wednesday, January 5th.
8/7 Central.
Okay. 8/7. Okay, 7 o'clock Central. That's good. Was this show? This show was on Wednesday last year, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So they're not really switching the time. Do we know where the first leg is going to be?
I do not know that.
Okay.
The only thing we get out of the commercial is Phil pretty much blasting everybody with videos and emails, with video messages that say the Amazing Race starts now after the longest pitch ever. That's
So
what
so is it going to be like season 20? I think it was season 28 where they started in their homes and they got like
Correct.
text messages. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just double checking the time here real quick. Yes, 8/7 Central. It's a 2-hour premiere also.
Oh, 2 hours.
2-hour
Good.
premiere. Yep.
That
And
means
then it will
wow.
move. It will move to its regular time slot the following week, January 12th at 9/8 Central.
Okay.
So that's just so. There we go.
Here I got a good one more question for you guys before we wrap this up.
Mhm.
Who is the lucky team that dodges elimination when they should have been eliminated this season?
Huh. Oh, it's got to be somebody we don't like, or somebody that is the villain. I think seems like it's always that way. I'll say Lala and Lulu.
I'll say. I'll say.
You're just gonna pick that. You're just gonna pick them for everything, Earl?
Yeah.
Question I asked.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I'll say Kim and Penn, just to be different.
Oh, that's true. They're kind of.
Because that has, I mean, that question alone has Akbar and Sheridan written all over it.
You know what? That's my pick. Akbar and Sherry. I think they're gonna squeak by.
They're gonna get the non-elimination.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Let's hope Raquel gets it.
You want her to last as long as possible, right?
That's actually who I thought you were gonna pick. Goldberg, but
Just based on like her looks or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it. I would have picked. Look, I got him in the top 4. So, yeah.
Is there any country you want them to go to? Correct me if I'm wrong. We didn't get many Asian countries last time, did we?
We did not.
I don't think we got. Did we even get an Asian country? Oh yeah, Philippines.
Yes, Philippines. Yep.
Yep, you're right. Yep. Okay. Well, I want Japan or Vietnam. That's what I want.
Oh.
And my dog wants that too. So
He gets super excited at that.
What about you guys? Any countries?
I couldn't.
Lilies.
I couldn't care. I wouldn't care if they raced from bathroom to bathroom. It's still exciting.
All right. Bathroom to bathroom. You wouldn't care if they just went to Canada and Mexico. You're
Nah.
liking it.
I'm in it for the love of the game, not the locations.
Okay.
I'll give you two. One that I kind of want them to go to, and one that I hope they don't go to, but they probably will. So the one I hope they go to is China, just because. And the one I hope they don't go to, but they probably will, is India. They probably will, because they go to it almost every year.
Well, how many Middle East countries can you honestly pick from? I mean,
right.
You got Dubai, India. What was that other one they went to with the B? It's what was that called?
Yeah, it'll come to me.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not many Middle Eastern countries you can honestly go to though. Right. So I think that's why India is always it's always there. Well, you also got Sri Lanka too.
True.
But I don't know. Like I said, there's not a ton. So if they went back to Dubai, I'd be totally cool with that too, because that's a really cool country. So
yeah. I wonder if they're going to do like kind of what they did last season, where they kind of do like a previous season either U-turn or speed bump or something like that.
Oh yeah. Where they do like the same task. Yeah,
that's what they've done before, like the Ox, for example.
Yes, they have done. They've done those recall challenges quite a bit. I think that's what they call it.
I wonder if they do that. I don't know.
And by the way, Dubai is the city. It's United Arab Emirates, right?
Right.
That's the actual country, I believe.
Right.
Geography. We're just here to talk about it, not be 100% on geography, even though we can try.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Wednesday, January 5th. It should be good.
Yep.
All right. We got any final comments before we send this one out?
Nope.
No.
Calvert? Okay. All right. Well, then we will be back possibly right after the premiere on January 5th. So hope you enjoyed the Amazing Race 32 recap and the Amazing Race 33 preview. And let's see how Goldberg does this year. Let's see if he can get it back to back.
We'll be back after week one when Anthony and Spencer are eliminated.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, we'll see about that. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time.